Okay. One of the special case of loci point, an equilateral triangle plane ABC is hinged at its center. Equilateral triangle ABC is hinged at its center O. The point P initially at A. The point P initially at A moves to and C when the plane rotates in clockwise direction. When the plane rotates in clockwise direction about its center for 180 degree. Okay, A to C. Draw the loci points of A, C, and P. Consider the movement of the points P and the rotation of the plane ABC to be uniform. कैसे start करना है? As per given the data, draw one triangle. I hope you know that how to draw triangle. The dimension is 90 mm. So take one horizontal line, 90 mm. Mention A and B. After that, A as a center and AB is a radius and arc on upper side. Same way, B is the center and AB is the radius and once again arc on upper side. So you are getting both the intersection at point C. Join AC and BC. That is your equilateral triangle. Now take midpoint. Join B with this midpoint and join A with this midpoint. So you are getting point O. As discussed here in the data, initially P is at point O. So we are mentioned initial point with A0, C0 and B0. Okay. Initially we mentioned the points with A0, C0 and B0. I just show you with the diagram so it's very clear in your mind. Okay. This is the triangle of 90 mm, that is A0, B0 and C0. You have to draw this triangle of 90 mm. This is our A0 and it is also our P0. So mark P0 at A0 to show the initial position of the point P. Draw the circle with center O and radius is equal to OA or OB or OC or A0O, B0O, C0O. Okay, draw one circle. Now divide the circle into 12 equal number of division. On the periphery of the circle, this is points. So you divide the circle like this way. This is the horizontal line, this is the vertical line, this is another line, this is another line. Okay, so based on that you may convert the circle, whole circle in 12 equal number of part. Now A0 as mentioned in the data that initial at A moves to and C when the plane rotates in the clockwise direction about its center for 180 degree. So the points A, B and C will move on the periphery of the circle when the triangle plane ABC rotates in the clockwise direction about its center for 180 degree. Okay. So what we have to do? Already we are put or we are convert whole circle in 12 parts. So after A0, whichever part is there, it is considered as A1. Then next one is A2, A3, A4, A5 and A6. I repeat, from A0, as we are convert this in 12 equal number of parts. So this is A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. Same way, we know that this is the initial position of C point and in clockwise direction. So C0, as here in the data it may be discussed that up to 180 degree we have to rotate our triangle. Each part is 30 degree. So 30 into 6, 180 degree. That's why we are just rotate A0 up to A6. Now C0, same way when A0 rotate up to A6, same way C0 rotate up to C6. C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. Parallelly, B0 also rotate 180 degree with B0 to B6. So B0, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5 and B6. Okay. So these names are very important from A0 to A6, from B0 to B6 and from C0 to C6. A0 to A6, C0 to C6 and B0 to B6. Now join the proper points to get different 6 position. We are definitely getting 6 position and join all the position means A1 with C1 and C1 with B1, B1 with A1. So join A1, B1, C1, join A2, B2, C2, join A3, C3, B3, join A4, C4, B4, join A5, C5, B5 and join A6, C6, B6. See it very carefully and draw also with carefully. Here the line AC, the line AC is 90 mm long and the point P will move means what happened? The point P will move every time 15, 15 mm towards point C, right now? One every time it may be 30 degrees, so 30 into 6, so 180 and 15 into 6, 180. That's why we can consider that every 30 degree rotation के लिए उसको 15 mm आगे जाना पड़ेगा, right? As the line AC is 90 mm long, the point P will move every time by 15 mm toward point C for every 30 degree of rotation. Now mark the point P1. You have to just focus on the diagram. That mark the point P1. on the line, definitely A0 bar A1. So from A1 15 mm towards C1. So A1 C1 वाली line पे we are getting P1 point at distance from A1 15 mm. Okay, A1 P1 15 mm, you are get 1 point. Mention it as a P1. Now talk about A2 C2. 15, then 30, 30 mm, we are getting P2. Now A3 C3. डेफिनेटली कौन सा आएगा 15 30 देन 45 A3 to C3 at distance 45 from A3 I am getting point P3. Now A4 C4 at from point A4 take 60 mm I am getting P4. Now A5 C5 definitely it may be at 16 60 plus 15 so 75 mm. From A5 I am getting fifth point that is P5 and last A6 C6 I am getting point P6. So join P0 P1 P2 P3 P4 P5 P6 and also darken from A0 to C6. So this is the curve and the arc will be the loci points for point P, A, P, A and C. Okay, this is the very important and draw in very proper way. If any query, then you may directly comment on comment box.